Hey, thanks a lot for tuning into Self Mastery. I'm Gary, and I present Jordan with us today.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Beautiful day here.
It is a beautiful day. One thing that occurred to me creating a spread is sometimes we get off balance. Sometimes we lose our center and we feel ourselves we become out of control. We spiral down, we spiral into things that we don't necessarily need to be into. So I created this spread. It's called the Center of Spiral, and it's just a simple four-card spread with an overall conclusion at the end. And of course, Jordan's going to do her oracle thing at the end, which will really button it up beautifully. So, my first question we're going to have is one I want to say is what kind of care can you offer yourself at this time? What kind of care can you offer yourself? I will lay down the card, and Jordan, she is going to clarify for us, and she'll button up every question we have. So again, what if you're feeling this out of control, this spiraling out of control? What kind of care can you offer yourself? And it's the beautiful Queen of Pentacles. Well, right now it's time to get grounded. And right now, it's time to assess where you are, take inventory of what you have, and take inventory of the things that mean most important to you. That's what I'm sensing big time here. Also, what I mean by groundedness, I want to talk about frequency meditation sometimes. And I want you to really maybe do some experimenting or some research on root chakra, and I'm sensing this really helps when we're out of control. Root yourself. And there's nobody more rooted than the Queen of Pentacles. And I'm going to pass it over to the wonderful Jordan in Self Mastery.
I'm getting a real sensual vibe from that Queen of Pentacles as well. It's Taurus energy, and Taurus is very sensual, as in all of the senses. So there might be a need to eat your favorite foods, listen to your favorite music, get grounded in the beauty that surrounds you. As a clarifier, we have the Eight of Swords, air energy. I see. So the Eight of Swords is where you're relying too much on things you can't predict the outcome of. So rather than keeping everything stuck in the mental space, there's a need to step more, like I said, into that kind of nurturing element and the more sensual things, food, sex, drink, good music, good surroundings. It's all about just making yourself feel more stable and getting out of trying to predict things where you can't see the outcome there.
And interesting to know. So she's saying, okay, so go make some macaroni and cheese and have sex. I'm just kidding. But that is a good thing. And that is something I like how you pulled that card out. Okay. But so how can they find that? So that's the next question. How can you find this? And what I pulled up is the Page of Wands.
Mm.
A little bit of fire. A little bit of fire. And one thing I want you to do, my little Page of Wands, he's an explorer. If you have a passion, if you have a hobby, if you have some thing that you wanted to work on, some things that you wanted to create, now is time to do that. What that will do, it's going to take your whole mindset, your whole sword, shall I say, and get you out of that element of out of control. Because one thing that's going to happen with the Page of Wands is you're going to gain control because you are now in control of what you're learning. You're in control of what your passions are. You're in control of what makes you feel good. Again, correlating to what Jordan said about the Queen of Pentacles. And it's never too late to learn, and maybe it's time to do the Karma Sutra. What do you think?
I like the passion of that Page of Wands coming out because that's very much what we were talking about with the Queen of Pentacles. Fire energy, which is the wands that rules your heart and your passion. So, what brings you that feeling? Where is your joy? It's about stepping into that. And as a clarifier, we have the Chariot, Cancer's major arcana. Interesting what you were saying about taking control there, Gare, because The chariot is very much about taking control of your out of control emotions, harnessing all of that energy instead in a way that's going to direct your life towards the outcome you want with that Queen of Pentacles. The chariot is driven by the Emperor, and the Emperor represents the ability to discerningly take control of your own emotions and build the future you want to build.
And the thing that comes to my name numerically is advancement. You're wanting to advance yourself. Without advancement, you become stagnant. You become too rooted, hence the Queen of Pentacles, too. Now, some things that happen in our life, you're going to have to let go of some things that keep you in your perma spiral, some things that keep you in the funk, some things that keep you out of center. Okay. So the next question I have is what you need to let go, or what might you need to let go. We all need to let go of some things. I'm holding on to too many baggage too, but right now in this scenario, what do you need to let go? And we have the high priestess. Well, the first thing I want to tell you about, the first thing you're going to have to let go is the fact that you can't make a decision to get out of this funk, to get out of this spiral. That is the first thing with the two, okay? You got to let go holding on to something that's keeping you stagnant. That's number one. You're also going to have to let go of this secret within yourself. It's time you need to illuminate what actually is going to make you happy. Delve into, again, this is where I keep on telling you, I'm thinking if you do some chakra frequency meditation, you're going to unleash these things because you're holding a secret inside. Don't know what it is, you know what it is, but you're keeping something from yourself. And I think it's time that maybe you need to visit yourself in a deeper, more meaningful way. What do you think, Jay?
And that's very interesting because for me, that's going along with that Eight of Swords we drew as a clarifier over that Queen of Pentacles. The Eight of Swords and the High Priestess together is where you are blocking out your own intuitive hits using your mind because you're trying so hard to understand with the brain emotions and passion. And this is advice with the High Priestess in a sense to sort of like quit blocking your own intuition about who you are and what you need. The Queen of Pentacles is who you are and what you need. As a clarifier, we have the Hanged Man, Pisces major arcana. The Hanged Man and the High Priestess are two Pisces major arcanas here. Very interesting. The Hanged Man is the need for a shift in your perspective, to look at things perhaps in a way you haven't before. Pisces is Neptune energy, and on Neptune, things do get a little bit murky and confused. It can't necessarily be gotten to the bottom of using logic. So, with double Pisces there, I think there's a need to step more into your dreams and your imagination and allow that passion to kind of come to you and through you.
Which brings us to when you're dealt with these things, you have to put things in priority. You have to prioritize something. You have to prioritize where you're going to work, what you're going to do, who you're going to be, and all that stuff. It has to become a priority. Change does not happen because you want it to, it happens because you do it. Okay? So let's prioritize this right now. We got the Four of Cups. Okay, and I'm going right back to this too, this decision. You're hanging on to some old things. Okay, you're hanging on to the three that got away or the one that you lost, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's the four. And then what I'm sensing in this scenario, because the name of the reading is out of center, that is putting you off balance. It's a four. I can say that I'm reading this upside down in the energy right now. um, and with the prioritizing, you need to prioritize what's in front of you. You need not prioritize what's in back of you or what has happened. That is a major thing, and it will keep you off balance. And again, with this high priestess, you have to make that decision to do it. Jay?
Interesting. Four of Cups. Because the Four of Cups is actually a very dispassionate energy. And the advice up till this point has been leaning more and more into stepping into your passion and your heart space. And clarifying that Four of Cups is the Magician. Virgo and Gemini energy, that's Mercury here. Mercury going with this Eight of Swords. It's about your own thought patterns. It's about the way that you are seeing things that's keeping you kind of trapped. So, with the need to prioritize and the Magician with the Four of Cups, it's kind of like you have the ability to solve your own inertia here. You have the ability to get out of that state of dissatisfaction and boredom by stepping into your ability to manifest your happiness. But first, you need to identify what that is and get out of that Eight of Swords.
Now, with that beautiful advice, what we're going to do is we're going to sum this all up. I already looked at the card. I'm just kidding. But it's the Eight of Pentacles, and it makes perfect sense to me.
Yes, it does.
Totally makes perfect sense. And the reason why I can say that is it's time to do your research. It's time to advance your life forward. Advance your life forward, okay? That's what you've got to do there. And through research, study, again, find that passion. I'm going to go back to that Page of Wands. It's time for you to explore things that give you that oomph, that spark. And I honestly will tell you, if you do get into meditation, all that cloud is going to just clear and you'll become centered. And during that center, that's the pinnacle of when you'll discover yourself. And what do you think?
Well, this is very interesting. The reading is taking a sudden turn here at the end because to clarify that, we have the Two of Cups, water energy. So the Two of Cups there. Just give me a minute. What card did you draw again, Gary? What was the main card there?
The main card we got here, the overall energy was the Eight of Pentacles.
So, clarifying the Eight of Pentacles with the Two of Cups means that the answer lies in your ability to open up your heart to collaboration and partnership. The passion that you're seeking and the boredom that you're sitting in is because you're self-generating everything by yourself right now. What you need is a unified vision, and that could be what you're manifesting with this Magician here. The Eight of Pentacles and Two of Cups is laying the diligent effort towards the same goal. And these are two cups of equal emotional offering. So it could be working on a partnership that is ultimately the thing that's going to lead you through your passion here.
And I'm going to take you. You got the Two of Cups, and you've got the High Priestess, which is a two. So you got four there technically, and there's your stability aspect of it. And we talked about getting stable in this because remember the circle, the spiral. It's keeping you off balance.
There's one more thing I want to bring into the picture here with this Two of Cups and that Four of Cups. Because for me, the Four of Cups is very much a card of dissatisfaction and hesitation emotionally. When we add the two, you get the Six of Cups. Now, the Six of Cups, what I'm getting overall here is the need to step innocently back into the things that you love and what brings you passion. I'm getting this kind of like malaise, like, everything's kind of predictable, boring, it's not very inspiring, it's not this, it's not that. Eight of Swords. And with the two of Cups, Four of Cups, we get that return to the innocence, to the belief of the things that you held as a child earlier in life. Where is your passion? What do you love? What did you think you would once be? And that is where the answer lies. And it does involve another person. Could be a soulmate type connection at play as well with
And the
Six of
Page
Cups
of
showing up.
Wands, that Page of Wands, that actually gives us that youth element coming on there.
So it's like with this Queen of Pentacles, it's kind of interesting because restoring the stability requires you to remember who you are and where your passion lies.
I can tell you this though. I this reading is so solid, and the advice is really crystal clear. And Jordan's right with the Four of Cups. It is that don't wallow in pity and from dreams that are broken down or in despair. That energy needs to be emptied out of the cup. You know what I mean? Bring more fire into your life and eat macaroni and cheese, right?
Remember who you are. It's been there the whole time. With that Four of Cups, I think maybe you stepped out of that for a little while and into more of that mental, I got to be wise, I got to know the outcomes of the things I'm doing. The Six of Cups is telling you that you don't. You don't have to predict, you don't have to meet every thought with a sword. You can have that belief in your dreams.
Well, my friends, self mastery. It starts one step at a time. And we hope you enjoyed this Center of Spiral reading. Jordan, thank you so much.
Thank you, Gary. Very, very straightforward reading for whoever's resonating with this. Thanks,
You
my
all
friends.
have a great day.